Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Damage Does D&D, our campaign, Helloran Rising, episode 26. 26? That's a lot. So, after the events of last week, it is Snow's turn to deliver what you did last time. So, take it away, Snow.
Oh, where do I start? So the rest of them were discussing our predicament and I decided to stretch my legs on the roof. The confines of these towns, I think, against the usual freedoms of the waterways. They are concerned that if we stay put, we would lose ourselves in the same way these poor wretches that haunt this ruin have. Melissa wants to help them, but Tralador wished to leave. That pretty much describes the whole gamut of emotions for this group. I raised the point that it was convenient that her mentor had passed through, and this happens to a town which seems to have struck a nerve. I will have to explore this angle further and try to gauge her reaction if things do go sideways when we meet Vale. I decided to leave the usual asinine discussion and combative repartee that passes for camaraderie with these people, and ventured to the roof to look out for but I was followed by Florian. I believe I'm adding clumsy to my opinion of him being fragile, but at least his mind and insight are useful. Maybe? After reaching the roof, we realize the bell has not rung and it is after 8 p.m. We haven't heard that bell. We suspected it may be something to do with what is affecting the town, and true to form, the dwarves got bored and indulged in some of the local ale, but who can blame them? Florian warned the rest of the group that this prompted a predictable decision to go and investigate. Although the dwarves did seem reluctant to leave their beer. Again, I don't really blame them. With his typical lack of stealth and caution, Gus decided to charge right on in and started yelling, spoiling any hope of retaining the element of surprise, if anything was in fact waiting for us. I decided to scale the church tower, and at least if they got ambushed, I'd have a good vantage. But that bloody dwarf decided to ring the bell, just as I got to the top of the tower. I swear he has cloth between his ears instead of a brain. I suspect one too many blows to the head. So the blow from the rope shouldn't have made much difference. I remained in the tower, but the rest continued to investigate the church or temple, whatever this is, and Celeste thinks she can hear alluring music. She's very strange, that one. While I'm committed to keeping her safe, she is rather odd and seems to hear and see most things, which is quite disconcerting. She's well-meaning, but I suspect that her naivety will get her into trouble at some point. She was all but insisting on running towards a psychopath that sent part of her mother to her, as if he wouldn't put her in a chair and do the rest of it for fun, to punish her. But, intelligent and wise people, eh? Well, they decided to investigate the priest's office, and finding nothing, I ventured back up the tower and remained there while they finished up and then decided to head back to the inn. Strangely, Miet and Florian peeled off. I knew not where, but would later learn it was to check on Divinia. I admit, more than a feeling of trepidation with them going off alone, especially with how fragile the monk is. They investigate the house and decided and find the girl asleep, but Florian believes he saw something in the mirror. But there was nothing when he turned, and after a while we heard Florian and Miet coming up the street, with the girl running as if the arms of the deep were trying to drag them under. Florian didn't seem to remember why, but he told Miet to run. It's fine. The rest of them came piling out of the inn, which usually means trouble, and quite exhilaratingly, I got to use that strange ring to drop from the tower without getting hurt. Moving stealthily around the square, I caught the end of a conversation where Melissa potentially going to martyr herself and rob the group of her knowledge. Seems quite foolish to me, but strange people, eh? But this I would not allow, and I plucked the mirror from her grasp before she could do anything foolish, and gave her a small heart attack, which is always fun and becoming something of a game for myself and Miette. I looked into it before anybody could object and spotted a monstrosity with 5 serpentine heads, as white as the snows on the day of my birth, flecked with a little bit of silver. I turned, flinging a dagger, which struck home and initiated the engagement with the beast. As we progressed, several of the party seemed not to be able to see it, which struck me as odd. Putting several of the elements together, I tried to warn them all to cover their ears and block out the creature's dirge. Some listened, some didn't. Then again, that's pretty much usual. And Gus surprisingly hit the beast, which, given his performance in previous fights, was something of a shock. He seems to finally be showing the true talent of the Dwarven Rangers. Miette tried to climb on the beast's back, which was potentially hazardous to her health, but Trelador managed to finally bring it down, descending into a brutal rage and hacking it to pieces, and seemed to be quite enjoying it, but and this is where we pick up.
So, in the aftermath of this fight, just take a little minute to applaud Snow's recollection of events. It was awesome. Thank you very much, Snow. Very good. The aftermath of the fight. It is dark, and the town is quiet for now, until you start to hear cries and wails and screams from other parts of the town as the night starts to come alive and the town starts to come alive. What would you like to do?
I'm going back inside the inn to wait beside the vineyard for her to wake up.
Do you think there's another monster? We better go and have a look.
I think whatever this monster did has just been undone.
Oh, all right.
And they probably start to realise that most of the town's gone missing and everyone's lost loved ones. So
yeah.
Oh right, okay.
Do we just want to get out of here?
No. They should.
It may be prudent for somebody to go and find the mare.
You'll find that I carry on hacking, and then after about 10 seconds or so, I stop hacking and I fall over. Just lose my balance a little bit, and I'm just sitting on the ground, panting, staring at the axe.
It's very.
You all right, Gerdar? You wounded?
I don't say anything.
Celeste, can you check on him? That didn't look good. I'm just going to kind of peer to the side and just look at the remains of this creature and see if I can figure out what it was.
Make a perception check.
Snow's going to go across and just cut off a few of the scales and put them in his pouch.
I'm going to kneel down next to Trelador and sort of look him over and check him out.
How check him out? Check him out, like check him out, or check him out medically?
No, that's a wrong campaign.
I'm just asking.
That's a Sunday morning flirt section.
Sort of make sure he's not wounded and see.
Okay, make a
how he is compass mentally.
Yeah, make a medicine check and/or insight check. Well, you actually make both. Make the medicine check for the health and insight check. Whilst you're doing that, we'll come back to you, so save those rolls. Miette, as you walk into or run into the inn, it seems that Davinia is still asleep where you left her, on the bench. However, the innkeep is standing in the middle of the room with his hands up, looking incredibly confused, and he's saying something under his breath. And as you get closer, you can hear, Julius? 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 Where's Julius? Where is Julius? Julius is here. Where's Julius?
I am going to kind of pat him heavily on the shoulder and say to him, like, I am going to take the liberty of praying for your strongest spirit. And then I'll walk behind the counter and start doing that.
You were here earlier, yes? With the others, and then
Yes, we came earlier.
you
bought lunch
brought
from you.
Davinia. Why did you take her from her mother? What have you done
I
to her mother?
think there may be more. You need to sit down and I will explain all I know to you.
Where's Julius? What have you done to Julius?
We haven't done anything, but when we came here, a great many people were missing from your village.
But everything was fine, and now you're here, and everything is very much not fine. Where is my husband? Where is Julius?
He may already be
Why
gone.
have you taken Davinia from her mother?
Okay, change of plan. I'll come back out from behind the counter. I will take him by the arm and lead him outside and point to the remains of the monster.
What the hell is that? What?
That is the reason you don't remember anything.
Did you bring this here? And he
No.
starts to hear the screams and wails of townsfolk. What?
Do I hear Miette talking to this guy?
Not yet. We'll get round to that in a minute. What?
We came here, we discovered there was a problem, and we killed it.
But there wasn't a problem earlier. When you were here eating your dinner, there was no problem, and now there is.
When we were here earlier, who else was here?
Well, everyone was here. Why? Where is everyone? What's going on? Why are there cries? What did this monster do?
You believe everyone was here. You don't remember preparing the lunch yourself and serving it to us?
Well, obviously the staff would have done that.
No, we saw you do it. Every step yourself.
But Julius helped me. Even if the staff were off today, Julius would have helped.
You were the only person we have seen here who works at the inn.
It's not right. And he just runs back inside the inn. So, your medicine check and insight check, please.
13 for the medicine check and a natural 20 for 27 for the insight check.
Okay. Medically, I mean, he kind of looks okay. Doesn't seem to be an awful lot wrong with him. He's hurt. He's got a few wounds, but nothing you couldn't heal up. Mentally, how are you feeling mentally, Trellador?
I'm just sort of staring at the axe, and I'm just mumbling the word purple.
There you go. He's mumbling the word purple while looking at his axe. He seems fairly transfixed by the axe.
Is this noticeable? Do I see this?
Yeah, he's not making any secret of it. He's just sitting there mumbling and staring at the axe.
I'm just gonna go up next to Melissa. Say, I think we need to get that axe away from him.
Many different problems we're dealing with here.
I know. I'm just looking out for the group at the moment.
Thanks for letting me know, though. We'll discuss it in a bit.
You're right. Don't forget to draw down that picture of that monster and write down all the stuff about it. We've got to keep that record, remember, for when we go home.
18 for my perception check on the monster.
Snow, sorry you...
Yorick, why don't you go and collect a few of the scales for your notes so you can at least take some evidence back?
Maybe I can make something from some of them as well, and I'll head over to...
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Right you are. I'm going to head back over to the inn.
Okay. So, at about this time, perception for the monster. I mean, it's 5-headed. It's fairly, one would say, almost bloated. Its body. It doesn't look as though it can move very fast. It's heavy. It certainly looks very well fed. You make a nature check.
Nature. I assume that I don't get Hunter's Bane because this isn't
No.
a Faith Fiend or Undead. Use the Fenrir.
One more thing. Melissa, when you're finished over there, burn it. Just
Getting on to that. Nature, natural 20 for 23.
23. I mean, you've seen pictures sort of like this, like multiple-headed beasts from mythology. You think were probably not based on truth, but seeing this thing, maybe they were. They were called hydras. Usually multiple-headed and mythological beasts. But nothing like this, nothing that would sing like that. I mean, hydras would hunt like normal creatures would hunt. They wouldn't sort of sing people into not knowing they were there. This is something very different. So, about this time that you hear, all of you, that Miette is brought the innkeeper out, who has had that argument with her and run back inside.
I'll suddenly remember and turn to Bridris and say, Bridris, you better go for the time being. I'll call you back tomorrow. What? Well, these people are already scared. They're going to be more scared if they see you because you're so ferocious.
Because I'm awesome. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So awesome. but what I'm thinking is it might be good if you spend more time with us. So when we're out of town tomorrow, I'll call you back and you can spend more time with us and have an adventure. Would you like that?
Sure.
Okay.
Remind me again, which ones am I allowed to eat?
Not us.
Not you, no. Not other mum.
All the other mum and all our friends as well here. Well, I'll tell you what, best thing to do is I'll tell you which ones you can eat when we see them. If I don't tell you you can eat them,
yep, gotcha.
Don't eat them.
Gotcha. Okay. Bye.
All right, bye.
Vanishes.
Right. Gus, Yarrick, you two get the best notes you can on that creature. Get a good sketch of it if you can. Write down everything we know. I'm going to start getting some damage control. Florian, I might need your hand. Might need your help here.
You think we'd better leave it here so that people can see it and maybe explain
why at least so that the mayor can see it. I'm going to go do some damage control in the inn. Let me know if people start showing up.
I'll stand guard.
I'm going to kind of spin and hurriedly make my way into the inn after hearing Miette's conversation.
As
Melissa does that, I'll go to the mayor's office.
Okay. So we'll get to you just for this Trellador Celeste conversation.
Trellador? Are you okay?
Yes. Sorry, I just lost my footing. I'll get up and I'll just...
Trellador, what's purple?
It's a colour, Celeste.
Yes, but you were mumbling it. Why?
This may sound a stupid question, but am I purple?
No. But do you believe you're purple?
Stupid thing to say. I'm okay. I'm just a bit of bloodlust. I mean, I did finish that thing off almost single-handedly.
You did, but I'm concerned. I've seen a great many things from you, but I'm not quite sure I've ever seen you be quite that out of control and bloodthirsty.
I've never felt better. And I'll sort of get up and walk away, but I'm a bit doddery on my feet.
Yeah, you are quite badly wounded.
Do I believe him when he says he's never felt better?
Make a deception check for Trellador and make an insight check.
Deception. Natural 20 for 19.
Awesome.
17.
I mean, he said he's fine. I mean, you can see he's wounded, but he said he feels fine.
And I'll probably just smash a few things as I walk away with the axe.
Okay. So, to the mayor's office. Florian, you get to the door. The mayor's office is empty.
The door's open, just empty.
The door is open. You can open the door, walk in. There's nobody there.
I'll run back to outside the inn then. Just go and let Melissa know.
So, Melissa, you... sorry, Miet, did you go back into the inn after the innkeeper ran back in?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Melissa, as you enter, you can see Miet is there, and the innkeeper is running towards the back room where the kitchen is.
Did we get a name for the innkeeper?
Not yet. Nobody asked.
Sir, mightn't I have a word with you? Just a moment.
Ah, yeah. What did you do with Julius? You're the ringleader,
His
aren't you?
husband.
We didn't do nothing to Julius.
Well,
This town, darling, I want you to calm down. Calm down.
Calm down.
I want you to calm down and listen to me.
Earlier this evening, everything was fine, and you were eating.
Earlier this evening, you were attending a bar that had no patrons.
You were here.
You were the only one in here. We came to a town with people missing all over the shop. This town has been haunted by a monster that has been eating away your memories. What date do you think this is?
I don't really keep the dates, but let's have a look. He sort of looks around. I don't recall. What?
That monster out there. That monster out there that my friend just showed you had been feeding off of your town. It had been consuming your memories of it and consuming your memories of your loved ones.
Where did you come from?
I come from Redport.
Redport. All of you?
Not all of us. We're from all over the place. We're travelers. But I want you to calm down.
I will not calm down. You have done something with my husband and Davinia's mother. Where is she?
At this point, Snow just goes up to him, basically just backhands him across the face.
Snow!
Sits him down. Right,
roll to hit. Unarmed strike.
18.
18, yeah, you definitely hit. Roll some damage.
Where's my thing?
Insta kill him.
Oh, okay. My strength is negative, so it's going to do nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so you smack him over the face. He just looks shocked at you. What?
I am not going to accept accusations that we have done something to people we have not done anymore. And you will sit down, you will shut up, and you will listen to what we have to say.
And you'll keep your voice down and not wake Davinia before it is absolutely necessary.
We arrived in this town to see Davinia on her own. She took my friend here to her home, devoid of her parents, who she claimed to not exist. This monster has been feeding off of your memories, everyone in this town, and has been killing and feeding off of all of y'all. You're lucky to be alive.
So where are they? Where are the bodies? Was it eaten?
They've been consumed by that monster. Eaten alive and scrubbed from your memories.
So Julius is...
Very possible.
And I will walk over and put a comforting hand on his shoulder and say, unfortunately, it seems so.
But I don't. I don't.
Listen,
But what?
This has been going on for some time. There are very few of you left.
the ledgers in the town hall mention that this has been going on for 3 weeks. Many people are going to be gone.
3 weeks. But there was. I swear everything was normal. This afternoon. This evening.
That's what this kind of creature does. It's been playing on your minds with a song just beyond your hearing.
Johan will know. He's the
Who's
gnome.
Johan?
He's a bit silly in the head, but he
We-
rings the bell every hour. He will know.
He was the last one to be killed.
He was taken yesterday night. Well, he was taken earlier tonight.
He was taken earlier tonight. We went to go check on him as the 8 o'clock bell hadn't rung. We went and found his chambers with only a broken mirror on the floor, after we had spoken with him not an hour earlier. We came back here and you had no recollection of him.
I don't understand this at
I'm
all.
gonna put my hands on both sides of his face and take eye contact with him and just say, "Darling, things are gonna be okay. Take all the time you need."
They are.
And I'm fishing for a persuasion roll.
Okay, make a persuasion roll. At disadvantage because, you've just told him that his husband and everybody he knows is dead.
I'm going to try a different persuasion roll.
Disadvantage, 22.
22. Sort of looks at you and says, I'm not sure that my definition of okay and yours are the same.
I know.
What is your name?
What?
What is your name?
My name is Athel.
Athel, we will do what we can to help you, but if we had not stop this monster, then there would have been none of you left.
All of y'all would have been dead. And this creature may have moved on to other towns, killing and erasing any memory of people.
This is insane. What about Anna, the mayor? She should be here, yes?
We believe so. We think that Johan was only the first that the monster managed to get a hold of this night before we were able to slay it. We haven't seen her yet, but she's likely in her home, only just waking up from all of this.
She's in the streets searching for people, but I think it may be best if we try and get as many people as possible to congregate here in the square, and then we can try and explain things to everybody.
Sure. At this minute you hear noises from upstairs.
That'll be Flint.
A door opening and heavy boots coming down the stairs.
Clint?
Athel, my friend, you're okay. You're here. Where's the rest of my party?
That is a story that we're going to have to share. Just come down, sit down, and be calm. It's gonna be a lot to take in.
We booked in here, and Athel gave us rooms and good food. He's a good man, and Julius, good man. And then we travelled up from the dead forest. We had a battle. We were just recuperating, and then
What are you
something
doing?
was odd.
What?
I'm not sure what it was. Something was odd, and we did something.
Keep it to the simple side of the story. This town's been under the influence of a otherworldly creature that's been eating away at people's memories and then consuming people without anyone remembering.
Right, I see. Okay.
Unfortunately, it would seem, seeing as you're the only one here, that your party may have been victims to this creature.
This
if you
is,
want to see the creature, it's in pieces outside in the town square.
Gotta go take a look at this.
And I'll lead him out.
Out the door. Is it
Ethel, you're going to be okay for a little while we gather as many as we can?
Yeah.
And
ring the bell. Everyone will come if you ring the bell.
Would you mind keeping an eye on Divinia for us?
Of course. You find her mama. Because she's going to need her mama.
I think that you may have to look after her for now.
Sure. I can do that. Yeah. Okay.
If I might suggest the plan I suggested to you, you could probably do with a strong drink.
I think I like you the best.
Now, please hand on his shoulder. I am sorry for striking you,
He
but
just sort of flinches as you do so.
You were becoming hysterical, and that was the only way I could see to get something through to you.
I understand, but I would appreciate if you did not do that again, because
I won't. Yes, I'm sorry. It's
That's fine. I will grab myself maybe a brandy and just have one. It's just a small one.
It's a good plan. We won't be long.
Okay. So everybody's going back outside.
From what the barkeeper said, I'm going to go back outside.
No. Perhaps you would like to climb the tower and reattach the rope?
That might be a good idea.
I had an idea for that, in fact. I'm going to walk into the church, I'm going to look up at the bell, and then cast Eldritch Blast to hit the side of the bell to start getting it momentum, to start ringing.
Or that.
Okay, make an attack roll.
She's going to shatter the bell.
Yeah, don't do too much damage.
Bring it down on yourself.
Drop on your head.
18.
18, yeah, that definitely hits. Roll some damage.
D10.
At this point, Snow's basically got the rope around, wrapped around him like climbing rope, and he's sort of scaling the outside of the church.
3 points of force damage.
3 points of force damage. Okay, so what happens is you crack the outside of the bell. It does sound, but it's a very strange and dissonant sound.
Might need a bit more practice on that.
Now his face just appears over the lip of the...
Sorry, I should have thought that one through a bit more.
What is it with you people and doing stupid with fucking bells?
I did tell you I was doing it. At least I wasn't Gus.
Yeah.
You'll hear this little voice coming across to you. Wasn't me!
Someone comes out the tower.
Have I made it back yet?
Oh yeah. You could have made it back into the inn while all that conversation was happening.
Yeah, I'd have gone in and let everyone know that the mayor wasn't in the mayor's office, and then I would
She's
have
likely to be at home.
potentially asked the barkeep where her house was.
Yeah, you can get directions to her house. That's fine. I'll say that you can get directions to go down the street, and not the one you came from, the other one that's got slightly bigger houses on it. Her house is down there.
Yeah, I'll go and get the mayor, knowing that if she is still there and alive, she'll be one to try and bring a bit of calm and information to the town.
So with we've got Melissa, Snow in the church on the church doing stuff with the bell. We've got Trelador. Where is Trelador?
I would have just gone into the inn and just loitered at the back, or just listening.
Gus is standing guard while Yorick tries to cut some scales off. Is that right?
Yeah, and draws pictures and takes notes and things.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to draw it first and then start.
Okay, so give me a performance check for the drawing.
I'm not much of an artist, Gus. You know that.
I think you're brilliant.
12.
12. Okay, it's a fair approximation. It's just a quick sketch. It's fine.
It's not bad with my -2.
Yep, that's pretty good. Pretty good. And I want a... Let's see, what could it be? Either nature or survival check for peeling scales off it.
I think that's going to be survival, isn't it?
I would think so, yeah. Difference between -2 and +4. That's another 14 for 18.
14. Okay, I will say you get
You got 18, Chaz.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will let's change the dice then. In that case, you get 9 pristine scales off this hide.
Cool.
No, you managed to get 2 scales earlier.
And what's the sort of composition of these? Are they hard, rigid, flexible?
They seem to be fairly flexible. If it's like really thick leather with a sort of almost shiny outer coating, if you like. As if think like hammerite style, that sort of bumpy paint that you can get. That's what it feels like on the outside. It's lots of little tiny little ridges.
Yeah.
Might be able to make a decent piece of armour, some braces or
They're
shield.
fairly big, and you've got 9 of them. So you could make maybe a half.
A breastplate.
Half
breastplate, maybe.
Because I wear a breastplate. You might want to make one for me as you're my best friend and cousin.
Question for the DM.
Sure.
How many houses roughly are in this town?
There are about 40 houses in this town.
Okay, Celeste is going to go to each house, see who is still around and try and gather everybody up.
Okay. All right, we'll get to you in a minute. So that's the dwarves doing their dwarvy things.
One thing I'd like to say to Yorick before we finish that is, when no one else is around, I'll just whisper down to him, say, if we wanted to have a base of operations, there's lots of free houses here, aren't there? And we just saved the village, so maybe we could stay here as heroes.
I don't think they're looking for heroes. They've lost a lot of people. We move around a lot anyway, it's fine.
Well, it might be nice to have a bed occasionally.
That would be nice.
So,
anyway, that's a good drawing.
Okay, Miette, what are you up to?
I would have been hovering around the front of the inn, so I'm going to try gathering people around the town square and an attempt to keep... Oh my god, my memory is fucking awful. An attempt to keep Apple busy, I'm going to suggest he put on some mulled wine I'd like to hand out to people, because everyone else is about to have a hell of a shock.
Okay, that's cool. Yep, okay. Well, we can say that's a good idea. You can even assist him in doing that if you wish. So, Florian, you get to the mayor's house. It is empty. There are a few people coming out of houses, and you spot the mayor just a bit further down the street. Just sort of talking to people, and there's a lot of shouting and gesticulating going on.
I'll rush over to the group of people and the mayor.
And she's like, okay. Now, we need to calm. We need to find out what's happening. And you are. I saw you earlier today.
Me?
With your friends.
You did, Mayor. You did.
Yes. Do you? There's a lot of people that are not here. There's a lot of people that seem to be missing. Do you know anything about this?
Me and my compadres do. So if you want to follow me, we're kind of gathering everybody up at the square near the inn, so
Good
we can
idea.
let
Let's
it.
have everybody to the inn. To the inn.
And I'll attempt to help her along the way, pick up any followers, and also calm them down as well.
Okay. The people are very confused, very scared. It is, 10:30 at night. Most of them were asleep. So yeah, there's evidence that their families were there, but they're not there now. So you managed to gather about 5-6 people up towards the town square. Celeste, so you're going knocking on doors to get people out, yeah?
Knocking, seeing if there's no reply, I'll pop in just to make sure that there's nobody still asleep, and I just want to sort of make sure everybody's out.
Okay. Roll me.
And if there's any children, I want to particularly try my best to sort of look after them and try and keep them from being as scared as much as possible.
Okay. So roll me a d20, please.
15.
15. Okay. You managed to find 3 people, 2 men, 1 woman, all in different houses, all in various states of shock. Who are you? What do you want? Where is everyone? What did you do?
If you follow me, we'll take you to the square where we're congregating with everybody else, and we'll explain everything that's happened.
What? This is insane. Why is this going on? But they do follow you, but they seem very, very upset and very angry. At this point, I'll say that Snow, you managed to get the bell rope reattached.
Yep. We would then basically just step out and float down to the ground.
Okay. Melissa, if you want to do me a strength check, you see if you can ring the bell.
I'll certainly try.
We can do it together.
Yeah, whatever. You can
Might be an
give
idea.
advantage, or you can both roll a strength check.
I've got -1, so.
I've got -1, so let's both roll, see how badly we can do.
Yeah.
We're not a strong party.
What a team.
14.
14.
That's a 2 for 1.
1. Okay. Snow appears almost completely ineffectual. It's like the rope's got a tassel on the end, and every time Melissa pulls it and lets it go again, the tassel wisps up past your face. You're like, oh! Your base cat instinct just takes over to try and catch it.
To be fair, Snow would just be hanging upside down on the rope, just batting the tassel.
Yeah, it's
literally holding on with his claws onto the rope.
Yeah.
And it's just batting the bottom of it upside down.
This is just making it harder, you know?
I mean, it's not too bad putting it down, but it's going back up very slowly because Snow is like on the rope. Just going.
You'll need the exercise. I've already done mine by climbing up this bloody church twice.
Sure, that makes sense.
But you managed to get the bell sounding. It doesn't sound great because it is now cracked, of course. But it is making a hell of a lot of noise and drawing attention, which was the point.
Might need to get Yarick to fix that one out. That's my bad. Right, let's go see if people have come to the square from that.
Yeah. Snow would just drop down onto his hands and then spring up onto his feet and just...
As if nothing had happened, yeah. It's cool.
Just...
As you
the
all
most catty cat you've ever cat.
Congregate back into the square, you can see there are about 10 people congregating. I mean, normally this place would have, with traders that have come in to do food and the surrounding farmsteads, you would expect a town of this size to have at least 100 to 150 people. There are 10. Not including Athel and Davinia and Clyde.
Boy. I will walk over to... If I see
Chloe?
the...
Sorry?
Who's Chloe?
Klein.
Sorry, Klein, sorry.
No, there is no Chloe, but there can be if you wish.
I'll
Clyde-
walk
Clyde
over
Clean.
to the mayor if I see her.
Yeah, she seems to be sort of gathering people with Florian's assistance. And you can see
Mayor,
Celeste has found a few people as well. And the
Glad to see
innkeeper
you.
and Niet are handing out mugs of mulled wine.
Florian, can you go get those ledgers? They might be helpful. Mayor. It's
Sure.
interesting night, I'll tell you that. And
I
I'll point
can
over.
see there is a whatever that is.
Yeah,
those two
that
shorter gentlemen.
creature's some form of a hydra, though a lot more menacing than in the stories. It has been in your town for the past 3 weeks.
This is. Where is everyone else? This can't be it. Surely there must be more.
This
to come.
creature is capable of consuming memories and overwriting them, and it has been feeding off of your townsfolk and causing you to forget that they even existed.
This is incredibly unnerving. Right. Okay. I think we need.
We're glad that we were able to
No.
keep at
Yes,
least
we
some of
are
your land.
incredibly grateful as a town for your assistance in this. It will take us. She sort of hesitates and looks around. A very long time to get anywhere close to being all right, I think. I think what we should all do now is, Athel, do you have rooms for everyone? I think everyone should stay together tonight at least. And he answers in the affirmative that he could put people up in rooms.
I can stay on the roof, so I don't need a space. I'll keep watch.
As you can see, people look incredibly haggard, as if they've not been getting enough sleep anyway, and all of this shock is just too much.
I'll kind of catch the mayor's attention and say, "Oh, and the little girl, Davinia? We think 2 of the casualties in this were her parents. She's sleeping inside
with her
the inn
mother,
right now."
and there was a friend that used to visit them, but
When we arrived in this town, she was living on her own.
oh dear. What about
She's asleep in the...
other children? There are no other children.
I saw a couple earlier and the mother kept looking back for a child, but I think
it may be useful for a party to go house to house and make sure that we haven't left anybody, or if there is any small children that are not capable of opening doors or are by themselves.
Yes, I think we should organise that. Thank you. I will. Yes, I think we can do.
If it is okay, we may be able to split our party, a couple of our people, a couple of yours, and
I think this is very wise. And Celeste, you've already done like a row of about 12 houses, so.
Right.
Yorick?
I have been through about a dozen of the houses and only found 3 people.
Right, okay. Which houses did you do?
I did the row at the top. I started from there.
Okay, right, okay. And obviously I've done on my street, so there's not very many houses left to do, so we can organise this. Not a problem.
Florian, if you head down that way, Snow, you head down that way, I'll get that row. We'll get them covered. Make sure everyone's safe.
Yorick, if you get a few minutes, you may need to go in the tower and repair the bell. Melissa decided to do the bell, and it didn't go very well.
Bit hasty in trying to ring it to get everyone awake and here. We'll make sure it's fixed. At least pay for repairs.
Before Snow goes off, I'd like to sort of take him by the paw and just bring him down like this and say in Dwarvish, "I've had a thought. if that thing was eating people, it can't eat their stuff, can it? So it might have had a lair somewhere where there might be money and stuff that these people can use to get back together.
That's not a bad shot. Yeah. We'll have to have a
All
look and see.
monsters have lairs, don't they? So if we
Yes.
find it, there might be loads of stuff in there that people can get back from their loved ones, and maybe money and stuff things they can sell to get food and stuff.
Well, between the two of us, we should be able to track its spoor and find our way back to where it was taking a shit.
Okay.
That can be a task for tomorrow, but for now, let's just get these people situated and sorted. Good idea, Gus. Good idea.
Okay, so you search the town. There are no more people. No children hiding away. Nothing. There is only one child in this entire town.
I'd meet back up with everyone after doing that.
I'd possibly try and meet up with Florian and before we go back, and I'll just say to him,
Okay.
this is worse than I could have imagined. I know we've got a mission to find and Vale, but we're going to do everything in our power to make sure these people are okay.
Damn right, there's a lot of love that's been lost here. A lot of love that needs to be given back to these people.
Our temple may have been demolished, but the spirit of it still lives.
Well, the right spirit of it at least.
Let's go help these folk.
So, when you get back to the inn, you see that Davinia has awoken and is now sitting on Klein's knee, just sort of leaning up against his chest. And there's this big burly orc with a big great axe by his side, who is just quietly talking to this child. And she looks as though she's, happy as can be that he is there. And he looks up as you get back. So, I've made a decision. I'm gonna stay here in Arkham. I'm gonna look after these people because Davinia asked me to, and I can't say no to Davinia.
She certainly is dark.
She is such a happy person, So
We were.
I want
We
to
all were.
thank you
Sorry.
all for killing that beast. I'm only sorry that I didn't get to assist or do anything about it. I'm really angry with myself that I didn't resist the beast and take it out. But I still have my party here. We would have, if we hadn't been so badly hurt in that battle, perhaps we could have sniffed it out sooner, like you guys did.
Don't do that to yourself. There's nothing you could have done.
Well,
we stumbled on it by chance.
We were only lucky that we'd just come here. We were fully fresh, and we managed to figure out what was going on before it ensnared us.
Yeah.
It could just as easily have gotten us. We were lucky.
I think so. So, why did you come here?
We are heading south. We're looking for a couple of friends of ours.
South? That's where I came from.
All right.
Yeah,
What are you doing down south? Forest, dead forest, a dangerous place.
Yeah, you're telling me. There was 5 of us. We were, I'll tell it to you straight, we were treasure hunting. We heard a rumor that the dead forest was, well, there's treasure to be had, so everybody tells us. So
So I hear. If there's a monster, there's treasure in the lair, but ain't always true.
well, we were fighting. I don't know what they were. I mean, Garrett, he was he's a magic type of guy with wizards, strange hat and robes, you know, the type of guys. He
We
said that they was what did he say they were? I can't remember.
I mean,
Mean locks. That's what they were. Mean locks. Horrible
immediate
things.
check. Do I know what those are?
Make a history check. You can have advantage because they are indeed one of Fey, Fiend, or Undead.
Based on the name, I think I know which of the three. Yeah. What check am I doing?
History check.
History. No proficiency. 15.
15.
Or 12.
You think you've heard of these creatures? They are Fey, which would make sense for the dead forest on the edge, outskirts, certainly. They are evil Fey, chaotic evil, and they tend to arise wherever there's been great grief. Pulls them through the border between the Feywild and this realm.
Nasty little fey creatures.
Yeah, you tell me. We ran into a bunch
attracted
of
by
them,
grief.
and we were fighting them. We killed a few, but we had to retreat. There was just so many of them, and we found the entrance to their tunnel, which we knew they would have so much treasure down there. We just knew it, but we barely got out. I mean, like I said, there was 5 of us, and me and Garrett, and we had a Fangle. Yeah, his name. He was a paladin. He was a reason we got out. The other 2, they didn't make it. So there was 3 of us when we turned up here. Now there's only me. So I think my adventuring days may be over. I don't really think I'm a...
It's unfortunate, but it's a matter cause to look after these people.
Well, I think I'm going to go back to smithing and just, make things.
Sounds like a mighty fine cause.
Because I think there's going to be a lot of making and mending happening needed around here.
Yorick, maybe you could help in that quarter.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
I mean, if y'all want to stay and build a forge with me, that'd be fine. I don't know. I don't really know that you were looking to settle down, though. But yeah, sure. Well, we could use the help.
We're gonna help out, make sure everyone here is in a stable position before we move on. Though I'm not fond of staying too long. I know this is a shot in the dark, but when y'all were down in the dead forest, you didn't see a tall, imposing human fella and a slightly shorter tiefling lady?
I tell you, we didn't see anyone but these mean locks. They was...
Alright.
They were horrified.
I'm looking for some friends of ours, but thank you.
If your friends went down in those tunnels, I hate to say this, but
well,
I don't think they survived.
Not much can get past Dunnock's, but
they were. Hey, and he stands up, holding the video, sort of on balance. He's sort of sitting on his elbow. He stands up and he's pretty damn tall. He's very imposing. He's not a lot gets past me, but
is he taller than Dunnock's?
He's of a similar size. You would think he's probably an inch or 2 shorter, but he's very wide.
But we're still going to be going and looking for ourselves. Well, make sure.
I wish you luck. Obviously, there's more of you, so it should be good.
Yeah,
You know,
But-
you've got a fair chance. Like I said, there was 5 of us and we had to run.
Thanks for letting me know, but yeah.
You are most welcome.
I think everyone needs to get some rest after
That
everything
seems
that's
like
happened.
a very good idea. Davinia, do you like to stay here or do you want to go back to your house? If I go back home, will you come? Sure, I will. No problem. Okay.
Maybe just for safety, everyone stay here tonight and then think about going home tomorrow.
So
Is that
we were
okay with
discussing
you,
with the
Davinia?
mayor.
Yeah. Okay. She seems kind of unfazed by everything.
I'll kind of
She
lean
looks
into her
very
and say,
tired. So
I'll lean her into her and say, "You're an absolute kitty." And I'll boop her on the nose.
I'll look up to Klein and I'll be like, I know you liked finding things and finding loot, but this is probably your best haul yet. Do well.
I thank you, sir. I'm sure I will. But if you don't mind, I think we both need some sleep. And he starts to walk up the stairs to his room.
Devastated to be placed in Lavinia's affection so easily.
Well, she's known him a lot longer than you. So. And whilst you are very furry, he is very strong.
If it's okay with the rest of you, I'm gonna go up to the roof.
Very well.
And start sort of
Fair
just
enough.
leave and then scamper up the face of the inn.
Okay.
I think everyone should get some rest, and we'll do what we can to help these people in the morning.
Have all of the town folk gone upstairs, or is there any of them left in?
There's a few sort of sitting quietly. There's most of them have gone up to either up to a room or have sort of stretched out on some of the bench seats here. There's a couple of them sort of sitting, drinking.
I also have a suggestion. We've got snow up on the roof, but maybe we take it in turns, keep a watch down here. Make sure, just in case anyone else turns up.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I think I'm gonna join Snow. I don't want to be scaring these people anymore tonight if anything goes on with me.
Fair enough, but make sure you're safe up there. I don't want you falling off the roof whilst you're having trouble.
Will do. Don't worry. I'll follow Snow out and go up on the roof.
Okey dokey.
Sweet dreams.
So, who is taking a first watch? Snow and Miet. And Lauren?
Celeste is not going to meditate first off like she normally does.
Okay, so you're staying awake as well. So I've got
Okay.
Snow, Florian, Miet, and Celeste.
I would
Alright.
probably, if Celeste and that are doing it, Florian will probably get some rest to begin with,
Okay.
and then get Snow to wake him up so there's at least one person awake outside.
Okay. So, as the rest of you find a place to bed down, is there anything you want to do before you go to sleep?
Well, what I did want to do actually is go back to where the monster was and see if I could see any tracks to give me a direction to look in the morning for, just in case it
Sure.
rains or something.
Make an investigation check. Or survival check. Up to you.
13.
13. It's a bit dark, but you do see some tracks leading back down the street from where it obviously looks like it came from.
Mm-hmm. I'll just follow them back down a little bit and see if I can see sort of if it came from a specific building or something, or whether it just came into the town.
You follow it all the way to the end of this street and they sort of disappear outside of town.
Okay, in that case I'll go back.
Okay.
Before I go to sleep, I'll just, meditate. I'll stare at the axe for a bit longer, and then I will sort of go into a meditative state, but I'll be really like hugging the axe
Okay.
close to me.
Looking off the roof, would I see Gus tracking this thing up the street and just be like,
Make a quick perception check.
No doubt you would, because I wouldn't be hiding what I'm doing.
15?
15, yeah. It's like Gus is wandering up, sort of looking on the floor. You know what he's doing, he's tracking.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else?
I would, while Trelador is meditating, approach him and use detect magic to try and figure out as much as I can about his axe.
Okay.
That he's being very weird about lately.
So detect magic. It's magical. It is very definitely magical. It has a kind of purple glow on it, which sort of seems to be extending itself as he's hanging onto it around him. I mean, it's definitely magical.
Go on.
It would tell me what kind of magic it would be.
Well, it'll tell you what school of magic, if it is a school of magic. I mean, it looks like, to your eyes, a normal sort of +1 magic enchanted axe. But has some sort of purple glow on it when you look at it using the spell Detect Magic.
I would like to point out to everybody that I did not get Yorick, and we did not go and look for the lair by ourselves.
Personal growth.
Progress. Yet.
Yeah.
How much did you want to?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Okay, so as the rest of you fall asleep or meditate, let's have perception checks from those staying awake. So Snow, Celeste, and Miette, please.
Okay. 6.
6. Wow.
19.
19.
21.
21. Snow, you're sitting on the roof.
He's very distracted. His sense of closeness, sense of family has been completely thrown off keel by what's going on with these people. And to have that many people taken, it's kind of knocked him for 6.
Yeah.
And he's got this very sort of haunted look and very sort of dejected cast to him.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit distracted.
Yeah. And Florian's snoring. It's really annoying.
Get temptation to push Florian off the roof.
So, Miette, where are you and what are you doing?
I will be padding silently about the common room, kind of looking out windows,
Okay.
kind of keeping an eye on things.
So, with your 19, you see that just about everybody else has gone to sleep. The pair that were sat in the corner drinking are also now asleep, leaning on each other. They obviously know each other quite well. You look outside. The monster itself appears to be glowing gently, a sort of white, silvery, with a sort of greenish tint to it, as if it's just off. To your eyes, it looks as though it's like, it's not a sort of natural white light, it's just a sort of horrible, dirty, greeny white light with silver tints to it, which is a bit weird. It doesn't look nice at all.
Is it supposed to be doing that?
Celeste, are you in the common room as well?
Oh, well, after doing the thing with Trelador's axe, I would probably just sort of wander between going inside and outside.
Yeah. So you notice this as well. It's just this sort of very gentle. It's not a bright white glow. It's just a gentle sort of glow around this creature.
Snow?
He's on the roof. Are you shouting?
No, not shouting, just...
Oh, I'm probably stood by the front of the roof, so she comes out, I'm like...
Okay.
I don't suppose you know what that is all about, do you? And point to the...
Get me something that smells rather alcoholic, and we'll sort this out. And I'll slide down off the roof, sort of douse this thing in alcohol, and whatever else I can find which is flammable, and set the body alight.
Okay. So, you managed to sort of snaffle a couple of bottles from the back of the bar, douse this creature, and try setting it alight. It doesn't light.
That's...
Maybe we need to wait for Melissa to wake up.
That's not reassuring. I'm going to try and produce flame.
Okay.
And see if magical fire is more effective.
So if you produce flame, you poof, still doesn't set fire.
I don't like that.
I was going to go in and start cutting this thing away and see if I can cut in and basically cut its heart out.
Okay, give me a medicine check, see if you can work out where its heart is.
Can I help with this? If he explains what he's doing?
Sure, yeah. So you can either have advantage or you can both roll. Tell me how you're helping.
19.
19.
I'm trying to find its heart.
Oh, okay. Let me have a look, see if I can... And I'll just sort of see if I can work out physiologically where this heart might be.
So I'll say with a 19 you cut into its chest. It's fairly difficult. The skin is very tough. And the sort of bumpy ridges of these scales make it difficult to sort of get a purchase and then drag your knife down. But eventually you manage to make it through to a mess of internal organs. You think that's the heart? Looks like it should be the right position. It doesn't have sort of tubes going out to the throat or any of the 5 necks, so you think it's not lungs, so it's probably the heart.
Yeah, so just cut it out, chuck it, cut the rest of it out, chuck it, cut the rest of it out, chuck it, and basically empty this thing and torn this thing.
Okay, I'll say that will take you the good part of 2 to 3 hours to do that.
Yep.
And you get absolutely covered in blood and ichor. So you are covered in this sort of grey-green blood. Your fur is not looking great.
He thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Oh yeah, that's...
Once he's started removing organs, I'm going to try and burn them, see if that works. Once they've been removed from the body.
They don't appear to burn. They just sort of sit. But as he throws them over his shoulder onto the ground, they just sort of sit there and sort of ooze. But they do not appear to be flammable.
I will try. Snow, just one moment. Step away a moment.
Okay.
And I will try and guiding bolt at the dead body to see if that has any effect on it.
Make an attack roll.
I'm so glad you've all thought of Mozak in this time of need. What he'll do with the bodies.
11.
11. Yeah, it sort of and it sort of erupts into light for a moment, and then the light vanishes again. You get the feeling it didn't really do anything.
I will ritually cast Detect Magic while he's still hacking and slashing and see if it's leaving any magical symbol, any magical essence from it.
Okay. Miet, are you doing anything while these two are dissecting the monster?
Yes. I am going back inside to scrounge a glass, a tankard of mulled wine so I can keep my paws warm while I'm watching.
Cool. Yeah, that's easily done. And quite entertaining it is too. Snow is getting absolutely coated in this horrible gunk.
Yeah, but I'm not driving any amusement from it at all, whatsoever. No.
So Celeste, you finish casting Detect Magic. It doesn't appear to be any kind of school of magic that you know about. It appears to be some sort of weird monstrosity that, whilst it doesn't have any magic per se, but it doesn't appear natural. Almost as if it was a conjured thing, a made thing.
Is the magicalness of it, is it like fading, or is it getting stronger, or is it just not doing anything?
Like I said, it doesn't appear to be intrinsically magical. It just seems to be a beast that has been warped somehow. You think possibly by magic, but difficult to tell. Maybe an Arcana check. With disadvantage, as most of the bits of the insides are now outside.
Are you sure you got all of its hearts now? I mean, there are 5 heads, maybe there are 5 hearts.
There's only one body, so there's only going to be one heart.
15.
But it needs to get some blood into its brains, its eyes.
Have you seen the size of this thing?
Yes, that's why I'm telling you to look deeper. There may be more in there.
If you want to come and look yourself, you are quite welcome.
No, it's quite all right. I'm content to watch the master at work.
He's practically inside the body. I'm not sure how much further he can go.
Snow will go over and go.
You're ruining my fun.
Really?
Not in the mulled wine.
Okay. With a 15, it feels like this once started as an actual creature rather than the monstrosity it has become. It's some sort of an aberration, but you don't think that magic was used to make it like this. Something else has happened to this thing.
Yet? Do you think Florian would appreciate it if I dripped some of this stuff on his head to wake him up?
No.
Do you think I should do it anyway?
Yes.
Right you are.
This creature wasn't always this way, from what I can tell. But it's been changed, warped somehow by... I don't even think it's by magical means. I'm not even sure what could do this. But it wasn't magic.
Could the Deadwoods have done it to it?
Perhaps I would have to see these Deadwoods to try and make some kind of guess. But that would be
Lucky
a
enough, I
guess.
believe we can do that.
Okay, so at the end of your watch, you have managed to almost completely eviscerate this creature. There is just gore everywhere. And you are absolutely coated in this stuff. It stinks. It is.
There is a rain
absolutely
barrel over
right.
there. I'm not coming inside to do clean.
I'll probably wake up from my meditation,
Yep.
walk outside.
You
What
just
the
see
hell
just a mess of just this creature and this apparition walking towards you.
Someone's had a
snow
busy night.
shaped, but it doesn't look like him. He's just drenched head to foot. All his
Yes,
fur's
snow-
in clumps. It's horrible.
Snow stops and basically just does that shake.
Ooh, goo goes everywhere.
Can I roll to drudge behind Trellador?
Certainly. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Thank you for that. Seems like you've had a productive night. What did you find, other than...
Natural 20.
Yeah, not one single drop hits you. It all spatters across Trellador.
It was glowing a little bit sickly green, a little bit white, and...
It still is, by the way.
Maybe me and my friend here can fix that.
Perhaps you can. Have fun. And then snow goes up to the roof and sort of like just drip, drip, drip on Florian's head.
Florian, you awake. It appears to be raining or something, and the smell. Oh my god, the smell. Rotting fish and something else. An undercurrent of rotten turnips, perhaps? Vegetation that's gone horribly wrong. And you look up and there's this sort of face of what once was snow, and he's just like coated in this stuff.
Hello.
God damn it. Thank you very much for that wake up.
You are most welcome. Sharing is indeed caring, my friend.
Definitely not in this instance, but I like the way you think.
Alright, I'm gonna go and find somewhere to clean off, and I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
I would go to find Melissa.
Okay. Melissa, where are you?
I'm probably sleeping in the main
In the common
area,
room.
the main bit of the tavern.
Melissa,
Hmm. Yes, darling.
I thought you should know, since you're the expert on these kinds of things. The body of that creature has started glowing somewhat. Sort of sickly green and white.
That's concerning.
Myself and Snow tried to burn it, but it would not burn. So Snow decided to practically enter the carcass of this creature and remove anything that vaguely resembled an organ.
That's initiative. Is that why I can smell that horrific smell coming from outside?
That is Snow, yes.
Right, okay. Let me take a look at this thing.
I examined the creature. I tried to cast my radiant magic at it, but it didn't seem to have any effect either. Not on its body, at least.
Ain't dead.
But this creature, well, from what I can gather, it wasn't always the way it ended up. It was a normal creature once upon a time, but it has been warped by something non-magical that I can tell.
Well, I'm up to start watching. I'll go and ponder on it. You get yourself some rest, darling.
Keep an eye on Trellador. He was being a little unusual, talking about purple.
Yeah, I've had Yarick mention that as well.
He's
chat with him at some point.
Trying to be as flippant as always, but
yeah.
I think he's going to carry on where Snow left off.
That sounds about right. I mean, he did start it, to be honest. But still, you get yourself some rest.
I will do. I believe Snow woke up Florian, but it probably wasn't in the nicest of fashions, from what I gathered from his conversation with Miette.
I can only imagine. Now, I'll get up and kind of stretch and step outside.
Okay. Miette, what are you up to? Are you waking anyone, or are you just going to curl up in a corner somewhere?
I shall nod to Melissa to hand off and go back inside to find somewhere warm to nap.
Okay. Yeah, the fire's still going in the inn, so yeah, not a problem. So, Melissa and Trelador, some perception checks, please.
Not me.
Oh, sorry, Florian as well, yeah.
Snow would drop down next to Melissa as she comes out, and then would just stalk off into the streets to go and find rain barrels.
Yeah, it's fairly easy to do. There's a sort of big water trough by the inn.
I really wish he would stop doing that.
I mean, you could smell him this time.
This is
Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, Florian, what'd you get?
22.
22, nice. So you're staying up on the roof, are you?
Yeah, I'll just stay up here just for a little longer, just to have a look on the rest of the town.
The rest of the town seems absolutely silent. You can see down below Snow washing in one of the water troughs. Melissa.
Not licking himself then.
I mean, you could.
You might not.
I wanted to be very ill.
It's probably not the best plan, but you know, whatever. Yeah, Trelador and Melissa are down outside the inn, but yeah, it looks to be quiet. Trelador, what'd you get?
17.
17. Yeah. It's messy out here. You look up, you can see Florian up on the roof.
Nod, Florian. And then I'll just try and clean myself up.
Can I see the body shimmering? Like
Yeah,
it is for
yeah,
everyone
oh yeah,
else?
it's sort of a eerie white glow. It's very soft. It's not particularly bright, but it's now spread out a lot more than it was. The body is sort of collapsed in on itself because obviously most of the internals have been taken and now externals. So yeah, this white glow is sort of everywhere that organs and other bits have been deposited.
I'll keep a bit
quite
of an
strange.
eye on Trelador as well, because obviously it was like me and him right up in the battle, and I would have seen him, or noticeably seen him, go and hammer and tong on the head when he actually killed it, and just kept going. So I'll just keep a bit of a, just to see if anything sort of like changes with movement or anything like that, just for a bit.
Okay, yeah, he seems to be normal Trelador.
Yeah, I'm just sort of wandering around, staring at it. I'm not going to cut it up or anything. I'll just go to Melissa and go, remind me not to piss Snow off.
Yeah, if everybody in our little group, Snow would be the one I'd last want to anger.
I mean, you as well, because you do deal with the devil, but you know, we all got past them.
I have my own strain. 15 for the perception, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to see past the mess. It is all glowing gently, eerily. But apart from that, everything seems absolutely silent.
Within the silence, I'm just going to stand and ruminate on what Celeste mentioned. And again, I'm just sitting there trying to put pieces together and try to figure out what happened to this town.
Have you got this outside bit covered?
I should do. I'm going to be ruminating on some stuff, trying to figure out what happened.
You ruminate away. It smells god awful in here. I'll go back in.
Yeah.
Everybody appears to be asleep inside.
Sit in the corner, play with my axe.
It's very purple. It's very nice. Slightly warm to the touch as well. The the shaft of the wood. Very nice. Comforting.
I'm gonna.
Glad you're having fun with your purple-headed shaft there in the
There
corner.
were so many jokes that I resisted.
I was just waiting. I just needed somebody to start.
Had to be me, sorry.
Broken his plum tree.
Play with the shaft in the corner.
Okay, that's cool. So your watch passes.
I was gonna
Sure. Okay.
try and do some thinking on top of what Celeste had said. I
Okay.
just try and piece together what happened here, if I know
Make
of
an intelligence
anything
check.
that would do this to a creature.
Make an intelligence check.
Intelligence. 21.
21. Okay. From what you've discovered by yourself and from what Celeste has told you, you suspect that the creature has been interfered with by some sort of demonic agency or devilish agency. Now, the reason you didn't detect that while it was alive, because you were just getting this aberration. You weren't getting any of that inference as to, because it's not in itself a devilish or demonic creature. It was an ordinary creature that was messed with somehow by some kind of devil, demon. You suspect. It's just too weird. It's just too chaotic to be the devil. Devils tend to be more lawful. Well, most of them. Well, a lot of them. Some of them. Demonic? Demons? Possibly.
Chaos, abyssal, not beyond doing something like this. Who knows what's down there?
Exactly.
One other thing I wanted to think about
Sure.
was if there was any similarity, but with this sense I'm getting from this creature, to the chair of flesh that we encountered in the first temple we were in.
What did you roll for your intelligence?
21.
21.
18 plus 3.
It does feel similar. Not the same, but something about it strikes you as the way that flesh was moulded into that chair shape reminds you somewhat of when this creature was recognisably a creature. It's now just a pile of mulch. The way it moved, or rather didn't move. Perhaps that was somehow related.
The last thing I want to check. The glow.
Yeah.
Is that it doing something, or is that its latent nature just fading away, like radiation fading? Let's use this die.
It's send your message, Jess.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
19.
19. Okay. You think it's probably just its intrinsic. That's how it appears when it dies.
Okay. I'll take a look around and then head back inside, and actually I'll head out and kind of look up to the roof and say, Florian?
Yeah, Melissa?
I'll do a full debrief later, but that creature, I think, was a result of demonic tampering. Specifically demonic, not devilish. I'm getting some weird deja vu with what we encountered in that temple. with the chair made of flesh. And the glow seems relatively inert. It's just the last remnants of that creature dying out.
Potentially these are all linked then.
Possibly. I think whatever we did in that first temple has unleashed something nasty. And that's why I think we need to find Vale as soon as possible.
And Florian will just jump off the edge of the booth and slow fall down next to Melissa. In that case, it's potentially all going to be linked to me then, if I'm
No,
some vessel for this
I don't
demon.
know. You see, what's happening to you, I think, is devilish. Specifically, there's similarities, but there are differences between demons and devils. They're both fiends, but devils are ordered. They make plans. They manipulate and deceive. Demons are pure chaos at their best and just like to destroy and mess with things. This could be the work of both. I'm not certain. I really don't know what's going on. That's why I want to find Vale, but I suppose it could be.
If there were any words of comfort you could have given me right there, there was none.
Sorry.
Devils being completely planned and on point, and one of them's apparently trying to possess me.
They're also quite impetuous and prone to making mistakes, especially if you feed their ego.
Well, let's
I'll put a hand on his shoulder and say, whatever's trying to do this to you, their face filled with so many arrows they ain't going to be able to breathe.
let's hope Vale can be on our side when we find her then.
I'm sure she will.
Florian will just sit near the door of the inn, but on the outside, just to keep her
Sure.
end to the watch.
Okay.
And I'll be kind of wandering from in and out.
As your watch comes to an end, you can all have a long rest, apart from Snow, as he's staying up doing other shit. And we'll take a little break. So, grab a drink. We'll be right back. And yeah, fun. Welcome back, everyone. Well, we were all here, but now we've lost one of our dwarves. He's wandered
That's
off.
Which is about right.
So, the sky is light. The scene that greets you all, for those that didn't have a take a turn to watch in the night, is of utter devastation in the town square. The monster is spread everywhere. The smell is horrific. Yeah, so what would you like to do?
Oh, Snow, I followed the tracks of that thing last night before I went to bed. No?
I'm not there.
No,
okay.
nobody can see Snow,
Oh,
which
right,
is
okay.
not unusual, but
Where's Snow gone?
I think he went and got clean.
Last I saw, he was going to get himself cleaned up.
Oh, right. Well, I followed the tracks of that thing last night just to see where it went, and it didn't seem to have a place in the town itself. It went out the gates, or the tracks did anyway. So it was somehow it was outside. So maybe we should follow it back to where it came from. Make sure there's not any more of them.
Haven't we done enough here? Can't we just go? And I'm looking a bit disappointed. Keep turning the axe over. Keep looking at it. I've got a bit of a bad face on.
Trelador, we're going to make sure these people are all right before we
They'll be okay.
blast
They're
off.
grown ups. They don't need us holding their hands. We're not going to build the whole village back for them, are we?
No, we're
They
not,
lost
but
about
we're not
90% of the population of this town.
We're
Yes,
not
but
going to
that
leave them
wasn't
to
our
die.
fault. I don't see how we can help. What, are you going to stay here for 30 years building them all up? Are you going to repopulate the village?
We could give it a go.
You may claim that I've made deals with devils, but at least I seem to have a conscience, Trelador. We're going to help these people and make sure they're doing okay before we move on. All right?
Are we going to set a time limit? What? Just, 15 years, 20 years before we move off and you can clear your conscience?
You're free to go whenever you want, Trelador.
No,
I'm
we're
going to do
a
what's
team.
right. And I'm going to walk back into the tavern
Well,
and
First time for anything. First time for that, Melissa.
I'm going to walk past Trelador.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm just going to touch the axe.
okay.
You seem to be, Mary, pleased with yourself from last night, Trelador. You're looking at that. It's and I'll just kind of be like, look at it and be like, that is mildly sharp, isn't it?
It's an axe for it. Of course,
There's no
it's sharp.
different reaction from him, as if to say, fuck off. It's
Seems to be an axe.
I was thinking actually, Trelador. Your axe. Can I have a look a second?
Why?
I think I can sharpen it a bit for you, make it even do a bit more damage.
More damage? I mean, quite powerful already.
He's very good. He's the best blacksmith I've ever met. And I'm a dwarf.
Okay. I'll give him axe, but I won't take my half.
Okay, you now have the axe, Yorick. What would you like to do with it?
I'm going to use one action and cast Remove Curse on the axe.
Okay.
Knew you were going to do that.
Just out of curiosity, you can detect in the street so you don't flatten the inn.
Are you outside or are you inside?
I think we had walked outside.
Yeah, okay.
This could be a dwarf on barbarian scrap. This good.
Well, I probably won't know what he's doing.
Probably around this time I'd be moving back towards the inn, so I probably would have caught the tail end of Melissa and Trelador's argument.
And I was going to say to Trelador, look, Trelador, if you don't want to stand around here for a little while, why don't you come with me and we'll go and follow the tracks and see if we can find something else to kill.
Okay.
In a minute.
So,
well, of course.
as you sit and cast Remove Curse, you feel the curse Well, the attunement certainly lifting. Trelador, you sort of look at your axe and it's just an axe, doesn't appear to be purple or anything interesting about it, just appears to be an axe. Do you give it back to him?
No.
Is it done?
I'm going to try and break it.
Okay. How are you going to try and break it?
Basically put the blade end on the floor and stamp, like holding it and stamp on the handle.
Okay, give me a strength check, please.
As I see it, I'll bring out my other axe, my old crappy axe, and I hold it to his throat.
And if I see that, I'm going to jump on Trelador and try and grapple him.
That's the achievement ended.
Okay,
Now,
so let's
people, can we not do this?
tell you what we'll do is, because lots of things are happening at once, can the three of you roll initiative, please?
Okay.
Well, I would only react after Trelador.
Okay, all right, those two roll initiative.
And I'd be the same as Gus. I'd be reacting to whatever the fuck is going to happen.
Because, of course, Yorick's my Yorick.
Actually, the pair of you still roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay, so Yorick, what did you get?
19.
19. Trelador?
6.
6. Gus?
8.
8.
23.
23. Okay, so Yorick, what did you get for your strength check?
Oh, I didn't get round to that. That is 12.
12. Okay. I mean, it's a fairly well-made axe, but you're very good at making axes and things like that. You know exactly where to hit it so it breaks. And break it does. As you stand up from breaking it, you find Trelador's other axe at your throat. Florian, what do you want to do?
Are you going to use that, Trelador? Or are you going to put that down and we're going to talk about what the fuck just happened?
I would like to raid.
Okay, it's not quite your go yet, but we'll get there.
Do I see having fought with him, can I see it building up to that?
He seems to be very pissed off. But then, one of his axes has just been broken.
I run directly for Yorick, and as I'm doing it, really sorry about this, Yorick, and I basically tackle him to get him out of the way of the fucking blade.
Okay, make a grapple check. So you will be we'll go with your acrobatics.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So you managed to get him away from the blade, I'll say.
Yeah.
You stand there and you've got this axe at your throat, and then all of a sudden the axe has gone, and you've just been. The world went all blurry for a minute there.
Well, why did you do that, Yorick?
Gus.
I'm going to jump on Trelador's back and try to grapple him.
Okay, so strength checks, so grappling checks. So you would be athletics, and Trelador, you can do the same to resist.
11.
11.
Natural 20, 26.
20. So Gus, you just jump on him, try and restrain him, and he just goes "Ugh," and shrugs you off like a bag.
What is going on?
Trelador, you're up.
I will rage, and all this sort of static electricity will crack across me. You better have a very good explanation for why you did that, Yorick.
Yorick, you may respond.
I told you it was cursed, and you didn't do anything about it, so I did.
It wasn't cursed, it was powerful. With no ill effects.
Well, it's over now anyway, isn't it? broken.
Not the only thing that's over.
Ooh.
I thought we were friends.
Well, you didn't listen to my advice like a friend should.
Relador, the fact that he's just pulled you away from a cursed axe proves that he's a better friend than you think.
Yeah.
Perhaps you were getting a little bit too addicted to that power, don't you think?
I'm just going to have a tantrum. I'm going to turn over a table and storm out of the inn.
Okay.
Because I'm raging, so I'm just having...
Yep. You send the table flying and storm out of the inn.
Snow will just sort of back out the doorway and just let him past.
Well, they were all out.
Pick myself up.
Bravo! Bravo!
They were all outside.
Okay. You were outside, so yeah. Okay. You turn over the water trough, and it's slimy.
I'm just saying that because I stormed inside after our argument, so I've been part of this.
All right. So Trelador, you storm off down the street.
Yeah. Random direction. Don't really care where I'm going.
Okay.
Can I follow him, please?
Of course.
I'll pick myself up off the ground, brushing the dust off, looking a bit sheepish, and I'll go over to Yorick and pull him up and say, "You all right? What was all that about? I thought he was going to kill you."
I'll help Florian up as well.
Maybe if you can repair the axe and make sure that it's not cursed, he might feel a bit better.
That's a good idea. If you just broke the aft, maybe you can take the old one out and make a new one.
I'll just make him a fresh new one, I think. What I did was just broke his attachment to it. I didn't actually cut the curse from the axe, so it's best off if we just bury that thing or something.
Do you think that we should at least keep a hold of it until we can dispose of it in a bit more of a permanent fashion? And perhaps you keep a hold of it?
If we can get near a forge at any point, I can melt it down and that will break anything left on it.
Well, I'm sure there's one here somewhere.
And when I think about it, Gus, I tried to follow the tracks last night, and about 150 feet outside, it just stops. There's no trace.
Well, that's weird.
The thing can fly, but do you think it can dig?
We don't know.
It just disappears. But it is... Maybe we can speak to Melissa, but... It just stops. There's no trace, there's no ooze, there's no nothing.
It's not like one of those like good magical creatures where they can just, well, a bit like Bridris, I suppose. Where she can just pop in and out of existence.
I'll eventually come back out, kind of just dusting myself off and right, I'll calm myself down. Apologies about that, folks.
You see Trelador and Celeste are gone.
Where have we put the elves? Especially the one we're supposed to be.
I may have upset Trelador.
The angry one has gone down there having a tantrum, and
Right, I was going to ask you about that axe, Yorick. You mentioned something about it the other night.
He asked me a few days ago to check out his axe, and I did my thing on it, and I found out there was a curse on it. And it gave him some good powers, but it took stuff from him as well. And it wasn't a good idea him using it. I told him about it, and he still kept on using it.
What kind of curse?
I don't know. It was...
I mean, that is correct, Gus. Most curses tend to be. But it's probably for the better if that thing's broken. Is the enchantment still there, or have you managed to break it up enough?
I broke his attachment to the weapon, so I was able to, and then I broke it to make sure he couldn't be attached to it.
I thought me and Trelador were getting on quite nicely, but he asked you to check out his hacks first, before me?
Are you in any way magical? Can you do things with weapons, Florian? Not everything is about you. If you love him so much, go and follow him.
I was trying to make a lad in the moment. Come on now.
Lighten up, Stu.
Still, I assume that's why he's gone storming off.
Well, perhaps his friend can go and give him a hug, eh? And Snow will wink at Florian.
We're all friends here. Come on, I was just trying to make a joke of it. He's been getting a bit better, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And I'll make him a shiny new axe, and I'll make it better than that.
Might be wise, though I'm not.
Let's go find the blacksmith, and then we can start that straight away.
Just a note, I'm not happy about... Where did Celeste follow him?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not happy about her going on her own, considering...
Oh, go up.
know,
Do you want me to go and chaperone? I can do it from the rooftops.
might be best now. If I go, then Trellador may get even angrier. But I don't want
I'll go
Celeste.
find him as well. I can catch up with him pretty quickly.
Okay. So while all this is going on, Trellador, you've stormed off. Actually, back out the way that you came into town. Celeste, you can see him stomping down the street.
If I see any villagers, I'll glare at them.
They appear to be all back in the inn, so you don't see anyone.
I'll keep my distance for the moment until it looks like he's calming down a little.
Yeah, that can take a while.
I'll just be randomly trashing things as I go along.
Okay. So you get to the edge of town. There's nothing else to trash. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Celeste appears to be leaving town completely.
Trellador.
Do I hear her?
Yeah, I mean, she's not that far behind you. She's been sort of scurrying to keep up.
Why are you following me?
Because I'm your friend.
Another person to tell me what's best for me? Get enough of that at home.
I've come to make sure that you are okay.
I can look after myself. I don't need you.
Are you still walking and talking, or are you stopped?
Slow down a little bit, but
Okay. What do you need then, Trellador?
to be left alone.
If that was what you wanted, you would have left her a long time ago.
Go back to the oven.
Are you going to make me?
Can't make you do anything.
Okay.
What did that axe do to you?
Nothing. I had it under control. You saw what I did with it.
And what did it take from you in return?
Nothing.
Do I know that he's lying?
Make an insight check.
But is he lying?
Calm down, Florian. 2 insights.
Rolled off a fucking natural 20 to a 2.
To a 2.
Oh, sucks for
He
you.
is not lying.
You have an axe. Why such an attachment to that one?
What's it to you anyway?
I'm trying to understand, Trellador.
Some things aren't meant to be understood. You don't need to understand everything about everyone. You've got your own problems. Sorry. Don't mean to about your family. Go back to
the fact that you are apologising for slighting me has shown how much you actually have grown.
Oh, just piss off, Celeste. Leave me alone.
Is that what you really, truthfully want?
At this moment, yes. Just want to be left alone.
So you've got quite
Oh,
a ways outside of town.
I'll come back soon. I mean, we're staying here for a few years anyway, so what's a few hours going to make?
Maybe one day you'll tell me why you're so angry at the world.
I'll just...
Okay. Are you letting him go, or are you keeping to following him?
Stay where I am, but I'll watch him go.
Okay.
Do I have caught up with them at any point from now?
Yeah, you see that Celeste has stopped, and Snow as well. From the rooftops, obviously you see them. Are you stopping on the last rooftop, or are you dropping down and...
He's going to drop into a side and sort of like try and sort of stealth around and past them.
Okay, make a stealth check. Florian, you catch up to Celeste. You can see Trellador still walking.
27.
Yeah, nobody sees Snow.
Well, I know he's not alright, but is he going, or is he going to come back?
He claims he's going to return. I think he wants to be angry. I think it's easier for him if he's angry.
Definitely easy for him to make decisions and then potentially not worry about him afterwards. Let me just see if I can talk any sense to him.
He says he wants to be left alone, Florian.
I'll try it anyway. I feel like I've made a bit of headway with him over these past few weeks. Who knows?
Wow.
Snow, are you keeping pace with Trellador, or what are you doing?
Yeah, so he's going to basically just keep pace with him.
Okay. Cool. Make a perception check, please.
And we haven't seen
You didn't see
Snow.
Not
Can I have a
great.
look around for him?
You can make a
16.
check, sure.
16 on perception.
16. Okay. We'll get back to that in a minute.
No. It wasn't a natural 20, so.
No. You have no idea where it is. He said he was going up onto the rooftops, but the rooftops ended quite a while back. Snow.
Yeah.
As you're keeping pace with Trellador, you see in a copse of trees that Trellador is approaching, or getting near to, a familiar horned figure standing just by the side of a tree, just watching. Doesn't appear to be doing anything, and it turns, and another horned figure steps out. They look as though they're going to have a conversation. This is about 200 feet away. Trellador is approaching, and they melt back into the trees. Pair of them.
Yeah, I don't notice them.
No, you are in a rage. You don't give a shit about anything.
Is there a way for me to did they look like they were watching Trellador?
Yep.
Okay. Is there a way for me to skirt and get behind one of them?
You can certainly try. Roll me a stealth check.
No, I've got to swap dice. Fuck it. 29.
29. Yeah, I'll say so. You managed to curve round behind the brow of a hill to be behind that copse of trees, and you can see them both waiting there. waiting for Trellador to get
Do they have weapons ready, or...?
They don't have weapons ready. They are armed, but they don't have weapons at the ready.
Okay.
So, Trellador,
Wait, watch.
as you approach, there are some trees on your right-hand side, and as you get closer to them, about 20 feet away, a figure steps out. Hello. I remember you. You broke my fucking legs. I'm gonna hurt you.
Nice to see you.
Unless, where are the fucking dwarves?
Dwarfs?
You know what I fucking mean. Where are they? Are they in that town?
We left them in Dar.
Don't give me that. We've been tracking you. We know the doors are in there. What I'm asking is if you want to make some money, there's a fucking huge bounty on them. What in? You seem like a reasonable chap.
I seem reasonable, do I?
Yeah.
Not today.
Yeah, you do.
How's the walking?
It's alright. And I am prepared to forgive you about that. While he's talking Snow, you see the other one go out and round the back.
Can we see this from where we are?
You
That
cannot.
they've-
No.
right.
You can see Trellador appears to have stopped by some trees.
Is he sort of skirting to try and get behind Trellador?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
He
stealth check.
starts the list. I'm just gonna catch up with him.
27.
27. Okay, that's cool.
I'm going to go and catch up with him if he's stopped, as if he's kind of having... Florian would take that he's having like a contemplation moment of, do I, don't I go back?
So, what I'm saying is, it's an awful lot of money. Now, I know there's like 8 of you lot, so if you want to come over to our side, we can make you a very, very rich man.
Well, it's an interesting proposition, but I think
All you
you've
need to do...
vastly misread this situation, and I will try and finish the job. I'll attack him.
Go for it.
Good way to take your rage out on someone.
With my boring, shitty axe.
Yeah. your friends are fucking mean.
Both Trellador and Dan are fucking pissed off about that.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I will recklessly attack.
Okay.
With great weapon fight.
Do we see him attacking?
Wait a second, let's just get this bit done first.
18.
Let him fight.
18. Yeah, you hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, that's shit. 6 points of slashing.
Slashing damage. Okay. He sort of... Oh. I see.
Second attack?
Sure.
Great weapon fighting. Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Ooh, that's much better. 11 to 25 points of slashing damage.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
And that I can do something with bonus.
You get a free bonus attack, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
For your crit, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, bonus attack.
Nice.
18 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Ooh. Sorry, no. 11 points of damage.
Nice. So, 3 rapid slashes. You seem to be very, very pissed off. I get advantage, don't I? Because you're
Yes.
reckless. Okay. So that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
As a crossbow bolt comes out of nowhere from behind you. Snow, you see this bloke fire.
Yeah.
That is 9 points of piercing damage. And a Constitution saving throw, please.
And I take it all because I'm not raging.
Oh yeah, because your
Const-
rage would have fallen off.
Yeah.
If I
Math.
see him readying a crossbow to attack, I'd sweep in and basically stab him.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
17.
17. Yeah. Okay. So you can feel the effects of poison start to spread through your body, but you steel your muscles, tense your muscles, pull the crossbow bolt out. Snow, make your attack.
Okay. Do I get advantage because he's not
You do
expecting
get advantage because he didn't see you.
Okay, that's bad. The 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, so it's that and 3 of those. Okay, that's not bad. 3, 13, 19 points of damage on the first attack.
Nice.
And then with the 2 weapon fighting, so the offhand.
Yep.
It's a natural 20 on that one, so it's just 2d4 plus. The fuck is that? That's a 3. And that's also a 3, so that's 6. 7 points of damage with the second attack.
Okay.
I forgot to add my great weapon fighting again. So it's actually 35.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry.
So that was what, 50 odd?
I take the 5 off, but I don't add the 10.
No. Okay, so Florian, as you're walking to catch up, you see Trellador swinging with his axe at somebody, and yeah, there seems to be some sort of fight. Celeste, you also see Trellador swinging his axe. You don't see anything else, but that's what you see. So everybody can roll initiative, please.
Well, it's a nice sunny day today, isn't it, Yorick?
Oh, it's quite nice. I'm going to have a go at fixing that bell in a bit, I think.
Find that blacksmith.
I thought you were off to the forge in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that.
We'll do that first.
So, let's see. We have Celeste.
19.
19. Okay. Florian.
24.
24. Bloody hell. Okay. Gus.
Oh, you want mine? I'm not doing anything. I'm not even there. But I'll do it. Okay.
It's just so I can have an order.
8.
8. Okay. Miet.
18.
18. Snow.
24.
24. Lovely. And Trellador.
Natural 1 for 4.
Nice.
Jesus. And Yorick, please.
17.
17. Okay.
You haven't done Melissa.
Oh, did I miss Melissa? I'm so sorry, Melissa.
6.
6. Superb. Glad
Yeah.
we waited for that. So, as we start to, everything starts to kick off, we will have at the top of the round, who's got, I'm guessing it's Snow has the best agility. Agility? What am I saying? Agility?
5
Dexterity.
decks.
Yeah, it beats me by 2.
Okay. So let me just 1 second. sorry, I wasn't expecting this to kick off into an actual fight just then. Because, you did the unexpected thing, so of course you did. So,
Yep.
Snow, what do you want to do?
I'm going to stab this guy again.
Okay, go for it.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
So it's just going to be straight up. You know what I didn't do the first time? I didn't add the +6 from my damage. It doesn't matter. 10 points of damage on the first stab.
Okay, yep, lovely.
And then I'll sort of stab him again. Fuck it. 20 to hit.
Yep, definitely hits.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Perfect. Okay. Florian, you are up with me, then Celeste.
How far am I away?
You are about 60 feet away.
60 feet away?
Yeah.
From
the
Trellador. First from Trellador. Yeah, okay then. So all of my movement and then step of the wind as well.
Sure, okay. Yeah, I can get up there. Sorry, I haven't prepared a map for this because I wasn't expecting this to actually happen. So many apologies.
Yeah, to do that. And I'll be like, quite lucky we didn't leave you alone, wasn't it? And I'll go in for a smack on the quarters with the quarterstaff on leggy boy here. 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
That's for 9 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then I'll go in again with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
Which one are you attacking?
The one near
Trellador.
One that you can see.
No, that's only an 8 to hit that one.
No, that definitely misses.
So I've already used my bonus action, so I can't do anything else.
Okie dokie. So next is his go. And he is going to. He is going to disengage and jumps back and sort of steps back about 30 feet. Says, "Ah! We only want the dwarves. We don't want to fight with you. Now, the offer still stands. We can make you very, very rich." And he puts in his pocket and pulls out a handful of large rubies. This is just a taster. We have so much more money. You would not believe. He just drops them on the ground. Looks to be about 600-700 gold's worth of rubies there. We're not attacking you. That ends his go. Celeste, you're up. They're about 100 feet from you.
I will run and use my action to dash, so I'll get 60 feet up.
Okay, so they're about 40 feet away. So you can see this dude with his hands up, having just dropped a pile of rubies on the floor. No weapons in his hands.
I will hold. Oh no, I've used my action to dash, so never mind. I've only got bonus action. I'm not doing anything with that.
Okie dokie. Miette, back in town. What would you like to be up to? You've
I was chilling in the inn having breakfast. Yeah. So, I can't even see the end of the street. Never mind what's going on.
You got to roleplay 6 seconds of eating breakfast.
Davinia is down eating breakfast with you. Seems to be quite chipper. He's talking to you and touching. You're so soft. It's so cool. It's just like you're just like a cat, really, but bigger. Is that rude? I'm sorry.
Domestic cats actually exist in this world.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like,
it is not rude. It's very sweet.
See? You're so cool. Can I be a tabaxi when I grow up?
You can be anything you want.
Awesome. Can I ride in the caravans?
Absolutely. I will bring you myself.
Oh, see, her face just lights up. And Clyde sort of sitting next to her going, well, I'm sure we can arrange something like that. At least, maybe a couple of days or a week or so. Maybe not right now, huh?
In a few years.
Really? Oh, that would be amazing.
It would have to be a little bit bigger so you can help with the horses.
Oh, that would be cool. Oh, that would be brilliant. Thank you. So, Yorick, you and Gus, who's next, what would you like to be doing?
We're looking for the forge, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you wander down the street. You find the forge. It's all ready to go. You'd have to relight the fire, get the bellows pumping. But yeah,
Yep.
you kind of stop it.
I'm used to helping Yorick out in the forge, so I'll help him set it all up. And
yeah, it doesn't take that long to get going. So if you want to tell me what you want to achieve with that, you can do it over the next few rounds.
Yeah. Basically, there'll be a. I've got the handle and the blade of the axe. I just want to melt whatever's metal down. Just produce an ingot, which I'll leave in the forge for whoever comes in and takes it over, and the wood just burn.
Fair enough. Yep, easily done. And Gus, you're helping, yeah?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, I'll say you can get that done pretty easily. Melissa.
I'm gonna, after everything goes down, I'm gonna go find the mayor once she's awake and kind of help her with organising people and making sure everyone's okay and attended to, and helping to search for anyone that may have been missed.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. You can get that done easily. Again, you make a search, still can't find anyone. It's just how heartbreaking the amount of people that have gone missing here. Trelador, you're up.
I will look at the rubies that he's dropped and go, thank you for those, and I will rage. Ooh, not the AC one. Something different. So both of them need to make a Constitution save.
How far?
I think it's 6 feet.
Yeah, the other one's
30 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Constitution saving, yeah?
Yeah, 30 feet.
30 feet, okay,
Sorry.
so it's just him. That's fine.
Is that everyone or just him?
Creatures of my choice.
I mean, you can choose.
What's your choice?
Celeste
tempt me.
Celeste's only 40 feet away, so yeah, you can't get her. Okay, he got a 17.
Yeah, he passed.
Okay.
Fine. So nothing happens. And then I will use my movement to close the distance back to him. And I'll try and chop off his hands if he's holding his hands up like
that. Okay, go for it.
Reckless, great weapon fighting. I'll add it.
Don't forget to add the damage.
18 to hit.
18 hits. Thunk.
Oh, that's pretty good. 11 plus 3 is 14, plus rage is 16, 26 points of slashing damage.
26. Nice.
Those aren't hands anymore.
He screams as you... His hand just flies off.
That was easier than the knees.
What is wrong with you? Anything else?
Don't forget your second attack.
Yeah. Try and attack the other. Yeah, go for the other one.
Okay.
Would 16 to hit.
16 does not hit, no. Anything else?
What's wrong with me? Have you got all night? And I'll just stare at him with like psycho eyes.
Nice. He feels very intimidated. So, top of the round, we are Snow. With Florian preparing.
Yeah, the fact that this guy shot one of my friends from, essentially doing what I do to bad people, but doing it to one of my friends, I'm very annoyed, so I'm just going to stab him again.
Okay.
Hey, we're not the bad people if we do it.
27 to hit.
Yeah, 27 definitely.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 10 points of damage on the first stab.
Okay.
17 on the second hit.
17 does not hit.
17 does not hit. Okay. And what I will do... Yeah, I'm going to use the entirety of my movement to keep sort of like shimmying around him.
Okay.
Just try and keep him off balance.
Okay, fair enough. Florian, you are up with me, then Celeste.
Yeah. So I'll move over to where Door and this chap went. Be like, you're never going to stop, are you? You're just going to keep coming for them dwarves, and you're going to keep bringing more people.
Yep, you got it.
Who's behind this?
If you promise not to kill me, I will tell you. Plus, my mate over there is being, I haven't seen him for a while. I guess he's run into trouble.
I promise not to kill you, and I'll then shout out, be like, can I look back? Can I see that Snow is dancing around him?
Yeah, I'll say that you can see about 60 feet away, just at the edge of the tree line, is a sort of blur of snow.
Keep him alive, Snow.
Wouldn't that be called a flurry?
Yeah, something like that.
Flurry of snow.
Yeah, because Robbie's not Scottish, could be a McFlurry.
And can I use my action to tie his legs up so he cannot escape?
I'll say you can try, certainly. Make a grapple check. So I'll go with your acrobatics. To sort of dodge around him as he's sort of squealing in pain.
18.
Yeah, that works. So you managed to get some rope round his feet, round his legs.
Purely so I know you're not going to run off before you don't give us the information.
I've only got one end. And he sort of holds onto the stump, trying to sort of stem the bleeding.
And I haven't used my bonus action, have I?
Not yet.
So I'm just reading up something. I can't do it. I need to make an attack action. I know I can. Oh fuck! I can't. Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to use my healing hand, but I can't use it because I haven't made an attack to be able to use flurry of blows to use it.
So, it's his go. He is gonna reach in and drink a healing potion. So you see as the blood stops pumping out of his wrist. So let's roll that. Oops. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. So, Right. Sorry. Now, as I said, we are very, very rich. We can offer you a lot of money. Or information. Trade is trading, you know what I mean?
Who's the we?
Well, it's me and my brother. He's over there.
And your employer?
As I said, and he sort of points at Trellador. He wants to kill me. You could tell him I might talk.
I do believe our deal was that I had to promise not to kill you.
Yeah,
I
if he
did
kills
that.
me, how am I going to be able to tell you what I know?
Well, he's not going to kill you, is he? Trellador, please.
He
Please,
just
for the
looks
love
at
of God.
Trellador and just does not believe. Make a persuasion roll at disadvantage because Trellador.
Me?
Yeah.
Trellador's lopped his hand off and basically just
I really
waving him
didn't. I really
Giving him the
didn't need
psycho eyes.
advance. Anyway, I rolled a 4 and a 7.
Yeah, he doesn't believe you whatsoever.
And
He
I'll
is
be like,
not happy.
I'll obviously still got hold of the rope, but I'll tie it around his legs.
Yeah.
I'm going to step just to the side of him, and I'll be like, for God's sake, Trellador, this is one time we can get some information, so please do not kill him before we get there.
Okay.
And that'll be my...
Celeste,
my
you're up. He is not taking his... He took his action to drink his healing potion, so he's looking a little better than he was. Still only got one hand, though.
I'm going to wild shape into a panther.
Okay.
But instead of being the traditional panther colours, it's sort of more of a shimmery, silvery colour.
Okay.
And have I seen Snow on the other side with the other guy?
Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Thinking that Trellador and Florian probably have the one guy under control, I'm going to go over to where Snow is.
Okay, what's your movement on?
50 feet.
50 feet.
As a panther.
You can nearly get there. You're about 20 feet short. Because he was 60 feet away from Trellador, then they've moved along a further 30 feet. So yeah, you'd be about 70, 80 feet away from him.
Okay. I will just sort of snarl menacingly at the dude.
Okay. Dude seems to be concentrating on not getting stabbed by the vicious furry thing. And another furry thing that seems to be fairly vicious has turned up. He's not having a great day.
Actually up at it now?
Sorry?
Are you actually up at it now then? No.
Not quite, no.
Because you used your action to... Oh, you used your action to polymorph, to shape change, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Miette, still eating breakfast? Still chatting away?
6 seconds
Seems
later.
like everyone's been missing for a while.
Yeah, it's a bit quieter than normal. The dwarves have disappeared. Everybody else has disappeared. Nobody's come back yet. And while the conversation with Davinia is entertaining, it's a bit worrisome.
It's that little itch in the back of the head kind of going, something's not right. Okay, so I'm going to wander out of the inn, and I don't think I can see anyone anyway, so
No, you might
pick a
make a
direction.
perception check. You might be able to see Melissa or the dwarves.
You might hear some banging from the
16?
16.
forge.
Yeah, you can see down the street to the north where you came in. The dwarves are. It looks like they've started a fire and the forge is going, and you can see Melissa and the mayor checking houses on the other side of the street.
I'll leave Melissa and the mayor to it because power women doing power women things. I'll wander over to the wards and kind of see what's happening.
Yep, they appear to be busy. Yorick, Gus, what are you
Didn't you say you were going to make him another axe, just like the other one, but without the bad stuff in it?
Yeah, I was thinking, would I know if completely melting down the metal would remove the curse?
Make a religion check. Or Arcana, your choice.
Religion? Neither are great. And that was a 6 for 7.
Probably. I mean, it stands to reason, right? It's no longer axe shaped, so it can't be cursed anymore, right?
That makes sense to me, Yorick. I mean, it's not an axe anymore, so it can't be a cursed axe, can it?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Continue this conversation as you wander in.
I mean, being a forge, I'm sure there's plenty of metal lying around we could smelt anyway.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if there was any more metal around.
Yeah, there's plenty of metal around.
Because I'm gonna spend some time and actually make a cast, because I want to forge a new axe for him out of one piece of metal.
Oh, okay.
Just one solid, like stainless steel, beautiful, balanced, everything. No wood, just metal.
So you can spend the next hour with Gus's help doing that, and if she wishes to assist.
I am not sure that a fire that hot and for really go together.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. That's very true. You might want to step back.
I mean, I could help, but no one needs to smell scorched for.
You could sing us a song. It's always good to have a song when you're hammering at a forge.
That isn't enough my brother used to tell me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He would be very insistent my skills lay elsewhere.
So, going back to the other tiefling, because they're both tieflings, with the snow is currently circling, he looks across to see what his brother's up to and sees a world of hurt and pain over there. He's like, well, I guess we're surrendering again, then, are we? Clonk. Drops his crossbow.
Yeah.
Melissa. You've checked most of the houses. You can't see any people at all. You see Miette disappear into the forge and having a conversation with the dwarves.
Unless the mayor needs me for much
She's
else.
pretty confident that you've checked everywhere and thanks you for your help.
I'll give her a bit of comfort and then I'll head over to the forge to see what the dwarves are up to, because no doubt it's going to end up messy.
No, it seems to be. They seem to have melted down Trelador's old axe and appear to be trying to make him a new one.
This is the first time you'll have seen me in a forge, and this is a dance.
This is Yorick in his element.
Yeah.
I'll probably lean up in the doorway and just kind of watch him working. It's probably quite entertaining.
Thing of beauty.
Indeed. You see the muscles ripple as he's taken off his shirt. It's very pretty. So,
Oh, have you got only Smith's account as well?
Yeah. Snow, you are up. This guy's dropped his crossbow, holding his hands up. What do you want to do?
That's fair. Has he got like a pouch with what would usually be gold or whatever in?
You can make a perception check.
15.
15. He's got nothing obvious, but you suspect he's probably got some sort of hidden pockets, much as you do.
Yeah, okay. So he's just going to sort of start patting him down.
He's like, really? Really? We're doing this? What do you want?
Oh, So basically, he's going to stand up, pull his scarf up. I trust you about as far as I could throw hair.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And then just carries on patting him down.
Okay. Make a quick investigation check.
I'm actually good at this. 17.
17. You do find a leather pouch, which, by the feel of it, has some sort of gems in it. You also find 6 daggers hidden in various sheaths banded across his chest.
I'm just going to leave the daggers in place. I'm going to sort of take the pouch with the stuff in. I'm going to leave the daggers in place, but I know where they are now. So if I see him go anywhere towards, he's getting stabbed again.
Fair enough.
And then I'm just going to turn him round and just put the tip of one of them in his back and just shove him towards his brother.
Okay.
And essentially just walk him over.
Okie dokie. So as you walk in over, Florian, what are you up to?
I really sincerely hope that you are now about to tell us the truth. Who is your boss?
I mean, and he sort of clocks his brother being walked over and said, look, we've surrendered, so why don't we all just put our weapons down? Maybe we could go to the inn and have a drink and we can have a little chat. I mean, he seems fairly persuasive.
I think it would probably be best.
He seems fairly obvious. Make an insight check if you want, but he...
No, it sounds like he's...
What?
I know.
Given the option to do an insight check and he's not?
I think it would be best if we were with the rest of the group and...
I mean, yeah, bring everyone. Let's go have a pint and we can talk it over, you know what I mean?
I'm going to pick up the gems what he dropped.
Okay.
And then can I start walking him with a wide berth around Trellador?
I mean, you've got to pull him out of Trellador's melee range. So Trellador, if you want, you may take an opportunity attack.
Absolutely.
Roll it.
And I'll shout, no one threatens my friends, and we only need one of you. He's more complete than you.
Brutal.
If it's a opportunity attack, can I do reckless and stuff on that?
Yeah.
And great weapon fighting?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't see why not.
Can I?
Them's the rules.
19?
19 hits. Roll your damage.
Good.
This guy's going to get fucked up.
20 points of slashing.
20 points of slashing.
22 points of
22
slashing
points
damage.
of slashing damage.
Got right.
So
Can I with that and just trying to? Is he still alive?
if you let me finish, you'll find out. As Florian moves this guy who's hobbled, so he can't move very quickly, because he's had his legs tied together, so he's sort of hopping, and as he does so, Trellador's axe it's a thing of beauty. He swings, and it's almost in slow motion, Trellador, as you straight through his neck, and his head just spins, and a beautiful arc of arterial blood just spatters all over Florian.
And Snow will just lean forward and whisper in the one that he's got at dagger point. If I were you, I would keep very, very quiet, and then when we ask you questions, you answer them completely, you answer them truthfully, or I let him have you.
Okay.
I will look at the axe.
Brilliant. Awesome. That was awesome.
Oh, you brute. That was amazing.
Well, there was no way that Trellador was going to control himself at that point, was
Of
it?
course not. No. That was just brilliantly brutal. Well done. I am. Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you, Dan. So, yeah, we've overrun. Well, we haven't we're a little bit, but we're okay. It's because we had a late break, and I do apologise for keeping you all out past your bedtimes.
That's okay.
It was so worth it.
That was an unexpected twist. As I said, I didn't have a battle map prepared for that. I didn't even have a battle prepared for that. I knew that it could be a possibility, but I didn't expect you to go that way. So, are there any questions and stuff that I can answer that you wish to ask before we end the stream? Because we always have a little chit chat afterwards. So,
In regards to the false Hydra,
yeah,
I know you explained a little bit last time, but I'm assuming it was because they were under its influences for a lot longer. That's why the time dilation for them. So I instantly remembered when I saw it about seeing it in the house and in the mirror and stuff like that. These apparently.
well, the thing is, they've never actually seen it because it would sing to them so that nobody could see it and nobody remembers seeing it.
Oh, okay, got
So
you.
as long as it's singing, then it would those memories would be held at bay. With the mirror thing, with the more compos mentis, the more strong-willed, like the mayor and the priest, they caught glimpses of it in a mirror, but then would forget because it was singing. The only time it stopped singing was to eat someone.
Yeah.
So in that brief period, which generally was in the middle of the night, and that's why it would take all the children first, because they went to bed earlier.
Yeah.
Simple logistics. Cold, logical monsters. Oof. So there you go. That's a little bit of false Hydra stuff.
So yeah, how did Davinia escape?
Who knows? Davinia was the last child in the town. Whether she just stayed awake longer than everybody else, or it just missed. I mean, it was coming for her when Florian spotted it. So,
Thank you for reminding me. I was thinking over the difference between some of the characters last week, and I was thinking how you explained the order that the Hydra was going to be moving through the village that night before Florian spotted it, and Florian's reaction was like, "Holy shit, we saved the girl!" Miet's reaction was, "Holy shit, I almost got eaten."
indeed. So, anything else from anyone else? Kerry, you got any questions? No, apparently not.
Trellador loves us.
Trellador tolerates us.
Not that
No,
he'll admit it.
Or something.
He said nobody threatens my friends.
He did say that, yeah.
That is love.
Yeah, but did you hear that?
To hit something, that's all.
Of course I did. I'm as perceptive as fucking anything.
Nosy bit.
I am already desperate for next week's campaign because I have a lot of questions for that evening.
And he will answer completely, and he will answer truthfully. Otherwise, Trellador will have him.
Oh, actually, it's Trellador's turn for the write-up, isn't it? That's going to be
is,
really...
yeah. So, Trellador, from your point of view,
I made more notes tonight than I have ever in any D&D game, I think.
I look forward to that. So, if there are no more sort of questions based on that, we'll end the stream. Anybody else want to ask anything?
Don't think so.
No?
Do we level up?
So, thank you all very much for watching. As ever, go and check out all of our friends, role-playing gamers, Ant Chapman, Mr. B, the Gentleman Rhymer. Go and give him some love. Argubamis, he's awesome. Go and have a little look around at the people that we follow and recommend. Because they are all awesome. But we will see you all here for episode 27. Don't miss Trellador's recap. It's going to be great. See you soon.